Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner. Today we're joined by Max from Scarborough. You may remember Max. He's been on this channel a few times. He's a big, lovable lummox with a gym in Scarborough where they met Rock. Yeah, right. Proper Rock.
You can't do that.
I can't do that no more, can I? I'll get into trouble. So, for you, Max.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, how are you?
Well, I've just been at a medical this morning, so getting there, kid, getting there, plodding on. And queuing in banks in town. We're mining open on a Wednesday.
They're not open on a Wednesday.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Do you know worst banks in the world? The ones I'm involved with. My bank is the worst one in the world. But not a lot of stuff happens on Wednesdays anyway, does it, Matt?
Not really, no.
In pit villages, it were an half-day shutting Wednesday when I were a kid. Sometimes in some shops you couldn't get your 20 pence mixed, you know, at my home, or your jawbreakers. Do you remember them, Max? Jawbreakers.
Yeah.
I used to go through jawbreakers like, no, that's why my teeth were knackered. Refreshers, do you remember them, Max?
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
You can't beat them. Right. First of all, Max, that's the chat. How are you doing with your training and that? Because you've been over at Julian's this weekend.
Yeah, I've been training quite a bit with Julian. Had session Sunday with him. I'm doing sparring this Thursday, tomorrow. Then he's going to come in and watch me spar a week tomorrow as well. So just see where I'm at. He just wants variation of my jab going. That's what he's not concerned about. He just wants to use my attributes as best as I can, what I've got. So because sometimes I don't always use it, so that's where he's at with it. And you know, he's flogging me each session, and I think he's, well, you ask him for yourself, he's happy with what I'm doing at the minute. So yeah, so everything's stickety boo, I think. So
how much do you weigh, Max?
I'm at 19.7 from
about what?
19.7 from 21. I put piled some weight on. 21. I've dropped 2 stone roundabouts.
So you're 19 and a half.
Yeah, dead on.
So you want this 100 quid back off me if you can get 3.5 stone off?
It's not going to happen. We did double quits because Julian's making me.
Fuck off with your double or quits. You sound like Mickey Theo. It never gets paid when it gets like that. It just gets away from you. You make a bet, you pay the debt. And you're
really taking it off me anyway. So that was that done. So.
Well, if you hadn't asked for my red leather jacket, Max, I wouldn't have took it. Hey Max, I'm gonna have that leather jacket tucked in a bit. It's a bit big on me, so if you're gonna need it now, you're gonna need to get that to about 10 and a half clem. Right, who's best guy you've sparred, Max?
Mark Bennett, maybe.
Mark Bennett from Workshop.
Or I tell you, he's quite. See, I've sparred with a few good ABA amateurs, you see. So, there's a lad called Courtney James. He's a good ABA amateur. He's based in near Newcastle. He's a good lad. Mark Bennett once. It's a kid called from York. I mean, I've sparred with Harry Matthews, but he's middleweight. But yeah, Mark Bennett, I would say. But that was way before the Babbage fight. So
Chris Pedler's got an heavyweight now ready to turn pro.
Has he?
Good one as well.
Is he?
Yeah, good one. Okay. Max, you know this boxing game? You like it, don't you?
I do enjoy it, yeah.
Does it make you feel manly?
Really? What's this? What are we trying to be professional here?
I am.
It's unlike you.
Well, I want to see you take it. So, you know me. You know my feelings on wasted talent and things like that, don't you? People not putting 100% effort into anything to do, whether you're a doctor, a nurse, an armed robber, anything, a criminal, a lawyer, a YouTuber, a solicitor, anything. You've got to put 100% effort into anything that you do to get it back. Even in dieting. And when I'm around you, Max, I don't see that effort, the fitness effort. I see you turning up to the gym and going, oh, you know, I don't feel right today. Everybody's like that. You know, when you're a champion, Froch got in ring with Pascal with broken rib. He had an injection before the fight. You sometimes got to push through that pain. Look at Clinton when he fought Crawford Ashley. Oh, his nose and cheekbone were all smashed to bits, wasn't it? But he kept hanging in there because he says you've got that extra round because sometimes they're not hurting you as much as it's going on. And I don't think you're taking it serious. And I like you. You're a likable lad. We have a bit of banter on here, but you know me as a person.
Yeah.
I'm good with you. I don't think you should be going in boxing rings, mate. I don't think Border Gear license in UK. These clowns abroad will just throw you in. You've just seen it. They're putting 29 fights on that show you were on. Can you imagine the quality of them?
Yeah.
And if you pull that, no problem. There's other people. There's going to come a time where you get in with somebody and you'll get clumped and you might not know what's going on. It's like a flash, in it. You know that yourself, as being a pro rugby player, aren't you? You get tackled, it's like a flash, in it.
Yeah.
I just think that it's a dangerous sport, Max, and I don't want you to do it. So what have you got to say to that?
Well, it's my choice, isn't it?
You know, boxing, people get hit on head, it does crazy things to them. It does crazy things to them. Look at Fitzy. He's been going off his head on it last few years. Look at Dave Allen. Dave Allen is stood in his back garden near all his nettles growing through his block paving in a pair of Kentucky Fried Chicken flip-flops. I don't know what is after this, probably some chicken gravy or something, some zinger burgers. In a pair of Kentucky Fried Chicken flip-flops. It's on his social media, somebody sent me it. Belly hanging out of its shorts, no top on, titty man, fat as a pig Michelin man as well. That's what boxing does to you. Oh, you end up like Ty and Move, walking around with a camera stoned out your mind, growing nails longer than women. Boxing will send you mad. Boxing send you crazy.
Ty and Move was good. I thought he was good.
It might be funny in that, but I'm just saying it can send you mad, can't it? Send you crazy, you get punched in the head. Everybody deals with things differently in life. But when you're getting cracked in head, and Ty and Boo, if you fought Ty and Boo now, he'd flog you, wouldn't he? Because he's been a pro, wasn't he? And he was good.
He was really good, Time.
I thought he, when he fought Eubank, I thought he was beating him. I thought he was beating him, but he took the fight a short. No, that's his own fault because you get wrong people around you, like you. You've not got nobody around you, Max. You're picking people's brains, but you're making this decisions. You're saying you're a poor man, Dave Allen. You're a poor man, poor man's Dave Allen.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, you are, Max. You've got a bit of a following on Insta. What have you got?
20,000.
20-odd thousand.
Yeah.
On Insta. You've had 2 fights. You've had 2 fights and you've lost one. You've got 20-odd thousand. Probably because you're a character, but you've got to start taking it serious, Max. You've got to be in that ring, 16.5 stone.
I don't think, between me and you ask Julian, I don't think my body, due to the size of it, as in I'll get down to 16.
I said that, Max, when I was pushing 29 clam, or 28.8. But I was thinking, well, it's 20 off some with 29. Do you know what I mean? And then my mum's going, "You'll sell me 30, and then you'll explode." Now look, kid. No, listen, mate. It's in here. Intermittent fasting is the way forward, Max, to lose weight. Have your tea tonight at 6 p.m. That's it. Don't eat tomorrow till 6 p.m. then. And just go about your day as normal. After 3 or 4 days, it becomes the norm. And you're just living on one meal a day, aren't you?
Yeah.
Make sure it's a good meal. I'm not talking about that bird you with, Max, who's going downstairs in the kitchen in the middle of the night and deep fat frying you them chicken nuggets. That's not the way to go forward.
Speaking knackers now.
What's been feeding you lately, Max? You're as big as an house.
Where'd you? Yeah, right. You haven't spoken to Julian then, mate. You haven't spoken
You
to
only
Julian.
fucking see him once a week, Max. He puts you through a bit of a circuit until you're sweating. That's it. And you're ringing your t-shirt and like Robin Reed. Robin Reed used to ring his t-shirt and at gym sessions at Peter's. I used to be looking at Robin Reed and I said, God, how come I'm not ringing? How come my t-shirt's not getting rung like yours? Because you're not putting no effort in, Porky. But yeah, I just want you to pack it in, Max, and not box. Not box. You could go get a job at Steffi Bulls, you know. You could get a job down at Steffi, he'll set you on. You get a couple of phones, set you on. Isn't that right, Steffi Bull, aka the Bertie Smalls of Dennerby? Bertie. Hey, never done a day in jail in his life. Good old Bertie Smalls. That's another story. Right, Max, what did you think of Craig Richards against Boatsy?
I was a bit disappointed with Craig Richards. Thought it was going to bring more of a fire. I mean, fire to him. I thought Boatsy's class, to be honest, just showed his class. Why he was Olympian. Why was he? You know, he does what he can do. It was just something missing from Boatsy that night, though. There wasn't like, I don't know if he can finish him. There's times where I thought, oh, Craig Richards is going to go. And there was elements when Craig Richards did put it on Boatsy. I thought, fucking hell, Boatsy's going to go here. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know if both their finishing isn't quite there or what. And it seems with Boatsy, he kind of went into zombie mode and kept doing the same combinations to me when he was going in. Which is a shame, because I do rate Boatsy, and I did rate him after that fight because he gave Craig Richards all sorts of problems. His speed as well was fantastic with Boatsy. So, but Craig Richards just seemed a bit subdued at times and left in the lurch maybe, and you know, so that's what I thought with it really, to be honest with you.
Do you think that Craig Richards will now become a gatekeeper?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a Chisora type.
Yeah, he's just going to be like where you're going to step up from British or around there or upwards. He's going to be the benchmark, isn't he?
It's a shame, really, like, because nobody's really been behind him like they have all them others, have they? Like Boatsy, he's got every advantage, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, if he goes to cards, they know what they're going to pick, don't they? What did you think to the scorecards anyway?
You see Tony Bellews? Oh, God.
What did he have it?
He had like Boatsy winning like the first 7 or 8. He didn't give Craig Richards any. I'm like, what are you watching, Tony? I thought Craig Richards had the third or, one in the first 3 or something.
There ought to be a partition, isn't there, or something going on in Parliament to get Anthony Bellew, the reappearing man, off our screens, isn't there, really? Because when I look at him, he annoys me. He annoys me. Do you know, if you ever see him out one night, mate, when you're out with that bird of yours, Max, I wanted to punish him for me, Max, on the spot.
It's just a company man,
him on the spot, eh?
He's just a company man, isn't he? He's turned into a company man, isn't he?
Company man. The guy's not wrapped up.
Mm.
He's saying that Joshua Buatsi is going to be like Andre Ward and Evander Holyfield rolled into one. He's that good. He's going to be a GOAT. That was before his debut. That one he was trying to get regular on Sky, you know, and get his tongue up at his ringer and beans, jelly bean. But when I look at Joshua Buatsi, I don't see any Evander Holyfield or Andre Ward in him. Do you?
Nah.
I see a little bit of more of a polished Craig Richards. That's it. I even think Jose Burton and give him a good run for his money. Callum Johnson flogs him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
They're not going to hear Callum Johnson. He'll flog him. He's been in with biggest puncher in sport, beat beef. I haven't dropped him. Anthony Yard, I think he beats Buatsi. And I think Callum Johnson beats Yard. I don't think he's just got too much guile. He's more experienced. I mean, he's like an E-type drag with 40. That won't clock, isn't he, Callum Johnson? What's Buatsi? An under type R that's turning into a type S. You know what I mean? Well, we heard all this type R under shit from him, didn't we? It's a fucking 40. It's a 1300 pop. 13 popular plus escort. I don't rate Buatsi, me. I don't rate him. I think he every time he has a fight, he has a win, he comes out and goes, yeah, ready for a world title now. But they never do they? They go back to some gatekeeper sort of win, don't they? And I'm just a little bit cheesed off with it, Max, to be honest. I don't know about you. What do you reckon?
It's like, you know, with the Craig Richards and Buatsi's been obviously backed from day one, isn't he? And he's been like, you know, it's sort of like, I guess it's like Amir Khan and Kell Brook, isn't it? And Buatsi's going to get found out later on, further down the line, by someone who's been in with firefight opponents.
You mean like Kell Brook didn't bridge that gap, did he, from Porter to your Golovkins, your Spencers and your Crawfords, did he? He didn't bridge the gap. And this is what I've been going on about. Thank you, Max. This is what I've been going on about for a long time. When you win a British title, it don't mean to say you're ready for a world title. Consolidate a British, win it outright. Ignore your advice, learn your craft. If you can't get a European title shot, then you start going through your eliminators. But you got to learn your craft. Kell Brook went from Frankie Gavin or them other two. I forgot the names. He fought Joe Jodan and some other guy. He fought 3 guys there with world title defenses. Then he jumped in with Golovkin, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kevin Bizier. Oh. And that finished him. Yeah, he should have been fighting your Keith Thurman, shouldn't he? And building up to them big fights, Kell Brook. See, he's a technician, but we wish him all the best in retirement, don't we? But I see where you're coming from with Buatsi. You don't rate him, do you, Max?
No, it's just, the thing is with Buatsi, it's coming with the matchroom fighters. So you look at Conor Benn.
Is he even English? Is he even from? What, is he Nigerian or something?
Yeah, Nigerian.
Ghana. Yeah. Fuck him. No, I'm not engaging with him. I don't see anything coming back in these interviews. The guy's a fucking plank of wood. He's the Tom Dallas of boxing at the moment. A plank, you know, Tom Dallas. Oh, my car won't start. Give us a push price, eh? Put it in second gear. Well, it's an auto. You can't start autos. Tom Dallas, big price in it. Pushing it down the road like it's showing how strong he is. Big truck. Right. A lot's been said about Virgil Hunter being this guru. He got a win with Buatsi, but we're talking Craig Richards. It's not an elite win. He's never had a world title win with anybody other than Andre Ward. Do you feel that Virgil Hunter, people like kind of like jump up back on him because he's associated with Andre Ward as a gold medalist and a super middleweight champion, a ring and light heavyweight at Ring Magazine and all that, two-weight world champion? But do you feel that Virgil Hunter's not as good as what people make out?
Didn't you have Amir Khan for a bit?
Yeah, he didn't do that with Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Do you know Amir Khan's last world title win? Do you know when it were? 11 year ago, and he's only just been retired. So in the last 11 years, Amir Khan and his team have basically mopped up, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they're not the same fighter.
No.
Could you imagine putting Amir Khan in with the 2008 Amir Khan in with the Amir Khan now?
No, just
Be snakes and
not the same
ladders. Snakes and ladders, wouldn't it? What do you think to Leonard Ellerby's spat with Eddie Hills, the 5-0 Iceman from Billericay? Free by way of, but no footage. What?
It's just jumping ship, isn't it? It's depending what's good at the time, isn't it? Or what seems good at the time, doesn't it? And it depends. I mean, look, let's be honest with DAZN, Eddie Hills, he's scrapping around with fighters, isn't he? Really? And but then when he's having fighters, but then look at the weekends just gone. Yeah. Chantel Cameron hasn't been out for 10 months. You know, so yeah, he complains, you know.
She don't do tickets, does she?
No, she'll always be a chief support or undercard.
She's from where you're from, isn't she?
Yeah.
What area is it?
Northampton, yeah. But she's problem is with that, like, you know, she's been agging to get on a show, even as an undercard, and get out. And I know that from first hand. And you know, and it's Eddie just stalling, you know, 'cause she meant to fight on the Lee Wood show on the undercard, and that got pulled. So she's put in.
Yeah, she did get that. Did get pulled, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and but do you know what it was as well? And I think, but correct me if I'm wrong, she meant to fight that same girl in place as Ebony Bridges in the leads, but Ebony Bridges stepped in instead because she does tickets, and that's what it is. And to be fair, I'd rather see Chantel Cameron in the ring than Ebony Bridges any day. You know, I mean, Ebony Bridges isn't excited. She just plods forward, 1-2, 1-2, then occasional one to the body. So
yeah. I see where you're coming from, Max. Yeah.
And Chantel Cameron, you look at Chantel Cameron, Eddie Scotney, they were both entertaining. I thought that Eddie Scotney, she's really good. She's got variation. She's very good on the feet, and she was good to watch. But they're not getting, the good ones aren't getting out enough. But yeah, Bridges are getting out more. Pisses me off.
Yeah, but Ebony Bridges, you've got to give her credit. And I'm not saying this because it's a Mark Tibbs fighter, but she does get us out there on social media, doesn't she? She's not frightened about getting the jugs out, is she, and stuff like that. But I think it's put boxing a bit, getting involved. Getting in ring in them stockings, that did it for me. Did you see that?
But does it? Why does boxing have to go down that route? Because surely it's about your art and your skill and all these things, you know. Like what? Because Savannah Marshall doesn't put herself on social media. Does that mean she doesn't get a shot? You know what I mean?
Savannah doesn't shoot her mouth off, does she? But then again, if you look at the top 5 fighters in the world today, Usyk, Crawford, Spence, Inoue, and Beterbiev, they're all undefeated KO specialists, and not one of them shoots the mouth off. So to be the best, you don't have to shoot your mouth off. You might get a bit more money, like Bellew and Bridges, people like that, Conor Benn, but it doesn't mean to say that you're the real deal, does it? Because Tony Bellew's a former world champion and a former champion boxer, but he's never took a belt off a champion at every level, from being a kid going all the way through up. Never took a belt off a champion. So how can he be not called a former champion?
And but this is the thing, you know, so you got all these technical fighters, but yet, you know, and people like Bridges and people who shout their mouth off more and Bridges, yeah, you know, I don't know what you said. It's she puts herself out there, but it shouldn't always be all about that. You know, I didn't mind that card what Eddie had at the weekend. I didn't mind it at all. So
yeah. Have you got any opponents lined up for your next fight, Matt?
I'm out on the 19th against the fighter I should have gone against from a second one that got pulled out for COVID. So, and he's already paid me for that. So I've got to go out there, and I'm out there with Julian. So
What would you do if you got nod to fight Fraser Clark? Would you take that, Max?
No, not at the minute. No.
Hey?
Not at the minute. No. Not at the minute. No. I want about 5 learning fights for Julian in my corner and just go steady and just see. Get another 3 out after this one this year and then just see.
Yeah, have you still got that ramrod jab backs? What do you think's going to happen with Joe Joyce?
Joe Joyce has got Joe Parker, isn't he? So, or supposedly, I don't know. Is there a date actually set for that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to fight. Fury's gonna have to come back because Fury ain't quitting, is he? He's gonna have a go against Usyk, and if he goes against him, takes his O off him, he'll have to fight Joe Joyce, and he can go down as the era best. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but Joe Joyce, I don't think he can knock him out. I don't think he's just made out of granite.
You know, when Joe Joyce sparred Tyson, Tyson was 10 stone heavier than Joyce. And Tyson just stood at middle of the ring, going like that, leaning back and all that. And he never moved his feet and he couldn't touch him. And now they couldn't do bar. They couldn't lay a glove on him. And he was 10 stone heavier than what he just fought at.
Oh, really?
That's the true story.
Yeah.
My mate Frank Smith from Bury's got it on his camera, but he'll not show it you. He's been told not to. By me. I'm only joking. No, you couldn't get near him. After listen, there's a lot goes on in sparring, and it's how you can gauge, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Tyson's mastered that defensive thing anyway. You don't get nailed any, I think. He does get caught every now and then, doesn't he? But he's more or less good at timing, isn't
he? He's that height, isn't he, where you can't catch him? He's at that height, awkward height. I'm convinced if he was 4 inches smaller or shorter, he would have got caught by now. I think his height helps him so much. Yeah.
Quinn Ahmed fights, doesn't he? This week, doesn't he?
What does he?
I'll just tell you where.
Talented kid, very talented.
Chris, send me an address where Quinn's fighting this week, because Kevin asked me this morning. All right. I think it's his third fight, now. So he'll be 3-0 this week. And I think Chris is just getting him ready for to go pro and that kind of thing.
He's too good.
He's got that kind of stuff. Well, Billy Pickles, how's life treating you at Fight Academy with Den Den? Well, Billy Pickles sparred him, didn't he, from Leeds?
Yeah.
He sparred Quinn. And I think he were 9-0. Billy's, I think he's 11-0 now. And Quinn had not had his first amateur fight. And I heard it was a good spar. So that's how you can gauge, can't you?
Yeah.
But we'll see. So Steffi Bull, if you've got any welterweights knocking about this time next year, let's get him in. Our man Quinn Ahmed from Sheffield. All right, you ginger cunt.
You liked him.
Fucking don't like him. I don't like people. Listen, I'm always suspicious about people like him. You know them ones with no criminal records. I'm suspicious about people like that. They talk the talk, don't they? But they never go to court, do they? So I'm suspicious about people like that. We'll leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that, shall we? Zach Parker, Andrade. Do you believe Bricktop had said he'd sold 20,000 tickets and there were more on night? Bricktop, you fucking liar. You see what we do, Bricktop, right? We have people in certain areas who work at certain places. And let me tell you this, Bricktop. You didn't do 5,000 tickets, 20,000, and it got pulled. Do me a favour. So this meeting will end in 10 minutes. He used to give us 2 hours on that before. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we might need to pay another 120 quid for a year. Is everything okay in your life, Max? How's your daughter? All right? Olive?
Yeah, daughter's good. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Ex-missus all right, Max?
yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
coming back for the other half? I'm only joking. No missus all right, Max.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you eating healthy? You're grinning like a fucking Cheshire cat, Max. First time you've had a bird living when you're in 10 years, in it. Does she make you breakfast, Max?
No, I'm out the door. I'm in here for 5. I'm here.
In the morning?
Yeah, yeah. I've got to open up this place.
You know, Max. When's your birthday, Max?
Oh, I've had it. I'm not going to lay myself into a trap because you're an idiot. Right?
Max,
You can't help
you know that birthday cake that you had? It weren't organic and healthy option, was it, for your birthday, Max? That cake, was it? Come on.
Right, you don't even know where my birthday is.
Max,
Right,
you just had it 2 months ago. You had a big giant cake that you delivered it into your bedroom by a fucking crane.
Right. See, you don't know. See, now you're lying because you don't know when my birthday is. You just try to blag it then.
Yeah.
No,
What do you? Well, sorry.
Go on.
What do you think to Dennis Milgarth at the British Boxing Board of Control passing that Ayala to fight Anna Rankin and she ended up on the slab? What do you think to that?
It's not disgusting, isn't it?
But yet she'd had brain damage before that or some issue, and she'd been passed a few times. Are the British Boxing Board now going to be done because Edwin Gutnick's suing a minute, and now they've got that Roger Hines, is it? He's a referee. I think he's suing them. And there's that what I've just been telling you about then.
But who's going to investigate?
Ayala, she's called.
But who's going to invest? Who investigates them? Themselves?
There's nobody to investigate them, is there? It's like Al Capone investigating bootleggers with booze.
So I mean, this is why you need to get the police. This is why Jack Cattrall went straight to the police about it, about his fight. He tried to put the frighteners on him. You know, tried all he can. And like Victor Lachlan, I'll tell you what, that's just reminding me. So, you know, the fight between Babic and Bolski at the weekend, and they went at it. Good fight on the heavyweight, Bridgerweight fight. Now, Bolski hit, I don't know what round it was, hit Babic just on the bell, proper knocked him, like nearly knocked him out cold, and he was out on his feet almost. Victor Lachlan, next round, took a point off Bolski for it. He hit him. It was perfectly fair, and Vic's like, "Oh yeah, because it was this, and it's Eddie Earn's fight. I'll take it off you, Bolski." Shit like that annoys me. You know what I mean? Because he was going to get beat.
Calm down, Max. Hey, calm down, lad.
But that's what I mean. Victor Lachlan, prick.
Yeah, you're getting like fucking scousers off Harry Enfield then in shell suits. Right, listen, I'm going to get off, Max. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Hope you well. Keep in touch, and thanks for sharing it on your WhatsApp and your Insta. I hope everybody's all right. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's good to be back. I'm going to finish off the month, and then we're going to look at what we're doing. All right.
Bye.
Take care, Max. Bye-bye. Bye.